Good morning, grade threes. Today is Tuesday, the 7th of July, 2020, and it's me again, Teacher Tebogo. We are going to be doing data handling. I trust that you will enjoy it. Here we go. Okay, just a quick revision about data handling. Remember we said that data handling has got to do with counting and comparing information and making graphs and also showing it in a picture form. Now I want us to look at the homework that we had for yesterday. The homework was that you must give us a short story and you give us a table with your data relating to the story and also draw a table that analyzes your data. Remember, at the end of each lesson, I always provide you with my email address to send your homework, okay? So please do that so that we can share your homework with the whole class. All right. I got homework from Khudi. He's the only one who submitted yesterday, but I do know, I am definitely sure that you have done your homework on your exercise book and workbooks at home. All right. So I want us to look through what Khudi has sent to us. He says the following is cold drink sales by flavor for the week. So this is his short story. And then he is representing his information using a table. Okay, here he's got, it's week 1, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So which cool drinks were sold? The first one is Fanta, Coke, the second one. The third one is Sprite. The third one is Stony. And the fifth one is cream soda. So like we said that a table tells a story. What is the story that this table is saying? The story is telling us that on Monday, 10 Fanta cool drinks were sold. On Tuesday, 4 Fanta cold drinks were sold. On Wednesday, 5 Fanta cold drinks were sold. On Thursday, 7 Fanta cold drinks were sold. On Friday, yes, nothing was sold on Friday. So the same applies to all the different cool drinks. All these numbers, okay, in terms of what was sold. I want us together, if you've got a calculator there by you, I want you to calculate and see for the whole week how many cool drinks were sold. We will start with Fanta, okay? Please take your calculator there. We have to double check if Khudi did it correctly. I've got my calculator with me here. It's 10 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 0. It gives me 8. it gives me 21. Am I correct? Let's see, I must have done something wrong. The first one is 10. The second one is 4. The third one is 5. And the fourth one is 7. And the last one is 0. Okay. And my answer is 26. So it shows that there's something that I had added incorrectly. Nah? I heard somebody say that when you're a carpenter, you must be careful when you cut your material. So he said that normally carpenters say you need to measure twice. You need to measure twice and cut once, meaning that you need to double check when you are doing your calculations. So for Fanta, it's 26. So please, let's not take it for granted that Khudi calculated correctly. We are checking each other now. So like you saw with me, I had said 21 because I said that was a 2 instead of a 7. But I have corrected it. So the correct answer is 26. And then we come to Coke or cola. Let's see. It's 4 on Monday. It's 5 on Tuesday. It's 7 on Wednesday. It's 10 on Thursday. And it's 1 on Friday. I get 27. And there, Khudi has got 27 as well. It means it's correct. Let's go to Stony. Let's go to Stony. There is our Stony there. So we will add from there. It's 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4. It gives me 22. Is everybody calculating? Please, let's calculate together. Right. Stony, it also gives me 22. Now let's see the next one. He says it's cream soda. So you see that it's also important for you to read what the table is saying. Because if you just add and you do not read, you will end up with incorrect information. And the people that you are presenting the information to will say that your information is not reliable, and we don't want to hear that, right? So let's see. Cream soda, how much is cream soda? It's 1 plus 8 plus 9 plus 3 plus 7. Let's see who got it. Let's see who got it. Cream soda. Chevelle, yes. Cream soda. Musa, I see. You say 28. I also got 28. So a big tick for you there. And a big tick for myself also. Well done. Let's do the last one, Sprite. We go back to our table, Sprite. Let's see, Sprite. It's 1 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3. I got my answer. Let's see who got the answer for Sprite. Sprite, Chevelle, I see you. Musa, I see you. Blessing, I see you. Khudi got 21, and I also got 21. Sharp, sharp, thumbs up. Well done to all of us. Marlene, I also see you. So then we can see that from that information, we are able to come up with some conclusion. So that is the fun of working with data and different graphs. All right. So we say well done to you, Hudi. So I also encourage all of you, please, to submit your homework so that I can share it with the whole class. Well done, okay? So let's see, what is it that we have for today? Remember we said that we get different kinds of graphs. There we've got, do you still remember what sort of graphs we have? Let's see who remembers the different graphs that we have. Who remembers the different graphs that we have? Give me one. Give me one. Okay. I see you don't want to talk to me. It's fine. There, we've got a pie chart. We've got a line graph there. Picture graphs. Let's see who remembers what other graphs we have. Let's see who remembers what other graphs we have. Let's see who remembers. Okay, we've also got a bar graph. Okay. Picture graph, yes. Blessings, Matoto. Good, let's see. All right. So we mentioned that we've got different graphs. And then yesterday, we said tables can also be used to analyze data, similar to what we have done in the homework. So let's see what we have for today. Right. Let's have some more fun with data handling. Okay. Here we go. Lots of cool drinks in the fridge. Okay. The Snoopy. The following are cool drink sales by flavor for the week. So there we go. We've got our table. We've got the different flavors. And then we've got the number of cool drinks that were sold for the week. Okay. But now somebody will ask, but then what will we do with this information? All right, we got the table in our homework, and then we got a summary of the table where we analyzed this information. So let's see, what else can we do about this table? Yeah, okay. Can you use the data in the table to draw up a graph? Can we? Can we use that information to draw up a graph? Let's see. And which graph can you draw? Out of all the graphs that we talked about, which one would you choose? Correct. You will choose any graph of your choice. Remember, nobody will say, oh, you used the wrong graph or whatever. You will use a graph which you like. Okay. Right, I see line graphs. Okay, some say they like Coke, some say they like Fanta, some say they like Red Bull. Yummy, all of them are yummy. Okay, now let's see. Let's see which graph we are going to draw today using that table that we got. Let's see. So again, we said the following are the cold drink sales by flavor for the week. Remember, it's up to you what you want to analyze. There are so many things that you can do about this information. Okay, so in our case there, what we have done is that we want to look at Fanta. We want to analyze, but what happened this week about our sale of this Fanta cool drink? So we are going to use a line graph to explain what happened this week. Are you ready? Can we go? Sure, let's go. So now this is our line graph. Remember our line graph, normally when you draw a graph, we call them axes, okay? So it's the x-axis and the y-axis. Not to worry very much about it now, but just so that you know that when you draw a graph, there must be a horizontal line, a line that goes across on your page, and there must be also a vertical line that goes up. And this information, we are going to plot it on our graph. So I want us to do this all together, okay? So here, I like Fanta. So I've chosen to analyze Fanta. So some of you might like Coke or Sprite or Stoney or cream soda. So you can also analyze it on your own. Okay. So I want us together to look at Fanta. The graph or the table tells us on Monday, 10 Fanta cold drinks were sold. So I'm going to go to my graph. Remember I say we've got the x-axis, the horizontal part where we have put the number of days. And then here on the y-axis, we have put the number of cool drinks that were produced, that were sold. So on Monday, what we are going to do is that we go to Monday, and then they say 10 cool drinks were sold. So we go to Monday and we go up. It was not 2, it was not 4, it was not 6, it was not 8, 10. So where our day in the week meets with the number of sales, that's where we are going to have our point. So that's where we started. So that is our 10. So that is where our mark will be on the graph. Okay? Now I want us to look at the second one. The second one says on Tuesday, 4 Fanta cool drinks were sold. I go back to my graph and I go to my Tuesday. There is my Tuesday. And I check how many were sold? 4. There is 2, no. 4, yes. That's where I will put my point. That's where Tuesday meets with my number. Are we all following? All right, and then we go to Wednesday. You must be listening because you are going to do this graph also. Remember I said you've got your own favorite drink. So you'll choose your favorite drink and you'll do a line graph for me. Okay? Just to prove that you are following what I'm saying. So now we go to Wednesday. I go to my graph. There's Wednesday. I go up. 2, no. 4, no. But 5, you see 5 is there. In between 4 and 5, that is our meeting, that is my meeting point. That's where it is, okay? And then I go to Thursday. Thursday, how many were sold? 7 were sold on Thursday. I go to my graph, there's my Thursday, and how many were sold? 7. Then I go to Thursday, 2, no. 4, no. 6, no. 7, yes, 7 were sold. So that is why I will put my point there. That's my meeting point. 6, 7 is there. That's right. Well done. Okay. And now Friday. Friday, they say nothing was sold. This is an interesting one. So first of all, I'll go to Friday. There's my Friday. And I have to look for 0. And there is my 0. There it is. Okay. Then somebody might say, but why do I have to draw a graph? What is the purpose of a graph? So you will see that even from the line graph, without looking at the table, you can actually say something. Can somebody tell me what is this graph saying? Just type it for me there. I see there are 2 hands up. Please tell me. All right, while you're thinking about it, I'll explain to you. It tells us that on Monday, 10 cool drinks were sold. On Tuesday, 4 cool drinks were sold. On Wednesday, 5 cool drinks were sold. On Thursday, 7 cool drinks were sold. And on Friday, nothing was sold. But this is not the only thing that you can actually say. You can actually say that there's more that you can say about the graph. So what you can actually say is that, you know, the trend it's fluctuating. The sales of these cool drinks is changing. It was high on Monday, it dropped on Tuesday, it picked up on Wednesday, it went up again on Thursday, but the sales dropped on Friday. So that is the beauty of working with data handling. That is the beauty of graphs. You can actually tell a story or give some information about the graph. I see some are not listening. Chevelle, are we together? Africa? I think you're talking about other things. Let's concentrate. We only have very little time, so let's focus. Good. Now that is our line graph. So you can take a picture of this, snap it, and then you can do a line graph for Coke. You can do a line graph for Sprite. You can do a line graph for Stony. And you can also do a line graph for soda water. Cream soda, sorry. Okay. Is there anyone who's got a question? Do you think we can only use a line graph? Let's see. Okay. So we have the same sales. We have the same sales. It's still the same table. But now we are going to use a different graph, which is called the pie chart. We are still focusing on Fanta. I like it. And I know some of you might like it also. So I will not go deeper into how we calculated it for now. We'll do it at a later stage. But you can see that when you look at the picture, you can actually tell a story. Now let's look at the picture. So that is our sales. Remember the other day we talked about when you solve a problem in maths, sometimes you need what we call a key. So this colors actually give us the key and they direct us in terms of what does this pie chart mean. If you can look at the table, on which day were the highest sales? The highest sales, on which day were the highest sales? Can somebody tell me on which day was the highest sale? When did we sell a lot of Fantas during the week? I see hands up. Okay. On Monday. Right. So let's see. Let's go to the graph and see if we are correct. Okay. If we look at this pie chart, which is the biggest slice? Which is the biggest slice? Correct. The biggest slice is on Monday. And you can see also from the table that that is more. Musa, yes, Cheval, that is more. We can see that on Monday, we actually sold more. So that's what the pie chart is also confirming. Right. Now let's look at the highest, the one which follows. On which day did we sell the number which follows 10? The second highest. Can I see? When is the second highest? On which day was the second highest? We got 10 Monday, 4 Tuesday, 5 Wednesday, 7 Thursday, 0 on Friday. Yes, Marlene, on Thursday. Hayden, yes, Thursday. Hoodie, yes, on Thursday. That is the second highest number of sales. Let's look at the graph. Our graph there for Thursday is this pink, the darker pink. And if we look at the sizes of the pie, we can see that indeed on Thursday, it's the second highest sales of cool drinks. Right. Now let's see, which is the next? Which is the next highest? Which is the next highest? Which is the next highest after Thursday? Talk to me. Does anyone see? Yes, Hayden, Wednesday, there, 5. Now let's go to the pie chart and see if it confirms. Okay, Wednesday, there's our Wednesday 5, and there is our Wednesday. So if you look at these slices, these two last slices, the Wednesday, it's slightly bigger than this one, which is on a Tuesday. Okay, so it does tell us that pictures do tell a story. You can actually do a report just based on graphs. So that is the fun of data handling. And then for Tuesday it was 4, which is the lowest. If we go to the graph, do you agree with me that Tuesday was the lowest? Good, Chevelle. Yes. Okay, Tuesday was the lowest. So let's go to the graph and check if indeed the slice for Tuesday is the smallest. There's our Tuesday. And indeed, if you look at the slices, Tuesday is the smallest. Then what about Friday? Let's see. Let's go to the graph and see if we've got anything about Friday. There's Friday, it's blue, but it's not the same blue as that one. And because there was nothing sold on Tuesday, so that is why on the graph here, we do not have anything represented for Friday. So you can see that you can do lots of graphs using your table and for data. So, but somebody might say, but are these the only graphs that we can do? Really? Let's see. Okay. So I want you to do a homework for me, and I know you can do it for sure. Let's see. I want you to use the very same table so you can see that you can do so many graphs using the same information. And this information, by the way, came from the homework that we got from Khudi. So it means that I am waiting patiently and excitedly to get more of your homework so that I can share it with the class. All right, let's see what is for homework. For homework, it's still the same information. All right. And now what is it that you have to do? What you have to do is that you have to do a bar graph using this information and also do a picture graph using this information. I will be waiting to see your homework and what is it that you're going to share with us. Are there any questions that you have before we say goodbye? I see Chevelle has raised his hands. Okay. All right. What's your question, Chevelle? Marlene, what's your question? Lutando? Okay. I'll just quickly go back so that you are sure what you have to do. Remember previously we did the bar graph? The one with bars, remember we showed you? The one with bars, those are the bars. And the picture graph, remember the ones where we talked about the monsters and the smiley faces? So use this information to draw your own graph for the bar graph as well as the picture graph. Okay, great, Marlene. I see you say you took a snapshot of the table. Excellent. So let's do it, all of us, so that we will be able to do our homework. So if there are no questions, I will say goodbye. And I'm looking forward. Yes, Lutando, you use the same things. You all use the same things. All of you will be using the same table, but you will draw a bar graph for me, and then you will draw a picture graph for me. So if you've got some more time, you can just practice on your own the line graphs. But what you're going to submit is the bar graph and the picture graph. Grade 3s, I want to say thank you so much. Had a lovely time with you. I believe you understood. Any questions? Feel free to include them in your homework. Here is my email address, tebohositole0109@gmail.com. Grade 3s, it was wonderful being with you. You must remember that you are great. You are the best. Have a lovely afternoon.